Hey guys, cool blonde way back. I'm Rick.
I'm Maggie.
And we are here with Ghost in the Shell, Standalone Complex, second gig, the final episode.
Yes.
I don't know how the movie ties in. We will be doing the movie, which I don't even know the name of right now. But I'm going to assume that it is like the same universe, but separate from this, and that this whole individual 11 thing is going to be tied up in this episode.
I can't. Is it the same length as all the other episodes?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Well, if you remember last season, I believe, I feel like we got to this exact same point in the finale of last season as well.
We were like...
But we were still satisfied.
Yeah.
So, I trust the show. The writing is incredible.
Yes.
I love it.
I feel like they also there was like an extra episode where they kind of explained everything because they actually went to the library and talked to him for a while and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we had that a little bit with Cusey and Major stuck under the ground, Lois Lane style.
Yeah.
We had that a little bit, and then we had Bato talking to the villain on the rooftop. So, we've heard both perspectives in a way, but we might get a little more of that here, or it might just be all action and nuclear warfare and...
It might not be revolution, but revelation.
Poor Tachikomas.
Yeah.
They saved a lot of people, but doesn't feel like a victory.
No.
I mean, seeing Goda wrecked was cathartic.
Yeah.
But, I mean, kind of accomplished what he wanted a little.
You wanted Japan to be self-sufficient and...
Yeah.
United. Which it kind of sounds like they got put on the path to.
Pretty much, yeah. It seems like the Prime Minister is, committed to that path. Of, they're still in the UN, but they're making sure that they are wholly independent.
I mean, it's so weird, because, the refugees are still, the issue for them, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, it's just unchanged, right?
Yeah.
They're still there. They still, I assume, are getting funds from them, but, they're not allowed to be citizens. They're not allowed to, get work. So, it's still just stuck, unfortunately, for now.
It just seems awful to treat people like that. It's like you start just seeing people's problems instead of people.
Yeah. For sure.
It doesn't make much sense. It's based on purely an economic standpoint, it's people are a resource, but they're also a very, 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 very valuable resource. Those people, they were refugees, sure, it's they were all refugees, but I don't know, I think they had a lot more to offer Japan as a culture.
I mean, they surely did. It's easy to inspire fear of they'll take our jobs and this and this. It's hard to see the long-term benefits for that sort of thing.
Well, I mean, there probably wouldn't be benefits for a long, long time. There's always been issues with people, being torn away from the land that they belong to.
Yeah. No. Society's not fixed. This is not Star Trek.
No,
right?
This isn't Star Trek.
Yeah, it's all too real. It's just...
Yeah, it feels messy and dirty and...
I mean, I want to say it's a more, what's the word I'm looking for? Exaggerated version, but it feels too close.
No, it doesn't feel that exaggerated, does it?
It doesn't, no.
Oof.
No, it does not.
And the Tachikomas.
Yeah, like I wonder that song they were singing, if that's is that like a traditional Japanese children's song, or is that like specifically written for this?
I don't know.
But like, yeah, they went against orders, they sacrificed themselves, like clearly they had agency and free will. Like seemed to have a ghost.
They had choices and they made them.
Sacrificed themselves for others.
By proving it, they took it away.
Do you think these current Tachikomas will be allowed to evolve?
I don't even know if they're the same form.
They're
Like,
certainly different shape.
The old ones were like specially designed by a dude and such to be able to grow.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, can that ever be perfectly replicated? Probably not.
Well,
but,
he is still alive, correct?
I'm not sure.
He was taken in a helicopter, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere. So he was like too valuable to be let go.
Yeah. If he's the only guy in the world that could make that happen.
I mean, there's never like...
Was the world just too early in it?
Well, yeah, it's never like the only guy. It's just like, eventually it would happen, right?
Yeah, there would be more standalone complexes to create these things. They threw the final wrench in Gota's plans, I guess. But Gota's plans didn't exactly...
He didn't get away.
Screw up.
Yeah, like he didn't get away and he didn't get to continue on in America doing his thing. But this particular plan worked out for him. But hopefully it exposes the danger of this sort of thing, and like maybe Japan heeds that warning.
Well, like, how do they...
Like, none of this is
How do
public.
they reconcile all of that,
Really.
though? But, like, it just seems weird because, like, they bring plutonium off the island. Are they going to actually tell people that the Americans fired on Japan?
I'm not sure. I think that's possible.
Like, it's confusing just trying to think of the way that they'd spin this in such a way to, like, sweep it all under the rug and such.
Yeah, they said, like, the real story of this probably isn't going to be told in our lifetimes, but I don't know exactly what the story they're telling is.
Yeah.
But, like, the refugees can't be in a better place at the end of this, right? It's like, well, they're dangerous. We need to do something about
A bunch of them are dead.
Yeah.
They've been through multiple wars.
Yep. I think Husey
They're just still fighting to survive.
remembered who he was right before the end.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The Major was just a bit too late, I guess.
He died lonely.
He had a crane. Hopefully it was the 1000th, wasn't it?
Yeah, for the wish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
And, I mean, is there any reason why he wouldn't be able to get to the net? They had one of those weird collar thingies on his back.
Yeah, I don't know if he escaped or not.
I kind of doubt it.
Yeah, probably not.
Especially with the micro machines, that probably blocks a lot of that stuff. And it all just turned white.
Good stuff.
I like these stories.
Heady as usual.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on, a lot to think about. And, like, does everything well. The action, the animation, like...
It's beautiful, the voice acting.
The world is super well realized. It's just great from top to bottom.
Yeah. It's stunning that people created this.
It's stunning that, like... Because I don't know how involved the manga author is in this series, like this particular series, but, like, there's the manga, there's the first movie, which is amazing. We haven't watched the second movie yet. There's this series. I know there's another series after this one. And it all seems to be great. So, like, that's crazy. That it's not all... It's telling different stories with the same characters. But it all is really good. From what I've seen, anyway.
I think everybody that's tackled this world has all truly understood and had true appreciation for science fiction as a genre and what it's used
Kind of
for
purpose.
and what its purpose is for humans on a very base level. And if you know that and if you follow that, it's like it'll take care of itself almost.
Yeah.
But there were some really incredibly talented people that were working on this.
For sure. It's definitely one I want to watch again. Like, the first time through, it's definitely like trying to grab threads and hold on through the roller coaster ride of
You
logic
don't know what's important.
and philosophy. And like, second time through, it'll be a bit smoother of a ride, I think, but a deeper one, which is my favorite kind of content. The kind that like I will watch 100 times and like get something out of it every single time. So.
Yep. It helps when you like, look away or easily distracted because there's new stuff all the time.
But we've got one more. We've got the movie, which I don't know what that is, what it's like. But
No clue. It might be like an entire season in one thing.
yeah, it might be like a 3-episode arc in a
Start
movie
to
or something like
finish.
that. I don't know, but curious to find out.
I hope the art and the fighting and the voice acting and I hope the standard of care is exactly the same.
I would imagine. I have no reason to doubt otherwise.
Yeah. What a beautiful show.
Anything else before we head to it?
I don't think so. It was almost disappointing how sudden it felt ended, but then
Sure.
it's like I can't think of any other way it should have.
Yeah, like this world, it feels real, and a real thing would be like, well, there isn't
There's an
a happy ending
yeah.
where it's like there's no more story left. Like, well, the world just keeps moving, and like you just try to keep it from falling apart as best you can.
Yeah.
The other thing I loved, Cuso and Major talking about like loneliness and things, and Major saying she found someone, and then you see Bato like hard lit with a giant cross, like trying to bring her to salvation.
I'm gonna have to make you like a giant I-beam out of steel cross.
I mean, that's always a great
Great visual
in anime. Like you have him, you have Wolfwood.
Yeah. Preacher Man.
It's just, I love that so much. And I love Bato and Major. Like I love all the characters, but like them together.
They're a duo you can't substitute too easily. They're amazing.
They are indeed.
I love Bato.
And I just love Major, like as a
Yeah.
as a protagonist. She's
I almost feel like Major and Kuze are kind of, they're front runners in the technology and the fact that they're some of the first people to experience whatever they're experiencing. And when they finally came together, it was like they met someone for the first time that actually understood. And it's kind of sad because I feel like the stuff that they're both going through, that's stuff that they should be sharing. They should be telling people. There should be research going on. There should
Sure.
like that feeling of disconnect between mind and body that Kuze suffered from for so long, and that whole process, like that right there is more fascinating than most of the rest of the stuff. Like
Sure.
I feel like the Major does good work and such, but just her life experience, if it were shared, I feel like could be her most valuable contribution of all.
I think so. I don't think she has a great desire to share it, but no, I agree. Like it's a singular experience and one that speaks a lot about what humanity is and Ghost versus Machine.
Yeah.
So incredible. But let's watch the movie. Thank you guys for joining us on our journey through Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, but we have one thing left. We have a movie to check out, which I am excited to watch, and hopefully you are excited to watch us watch it. Subscribe so you can check it out, or head over to patreon.com/blindnoid to check it out right now. Thanks, guys.